Right. Oh, you better watch out. You better not shout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been good or bad. So be bad for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not shout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, yeah. Santa Claus is coming. Well, hey, good morning, kiddos. It's your old buddy Grandpaw Koyote coming to you once again here from the Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. Living it, loving it, rocking it down, building it up, pushing it around, having a great time with it. I hope you are too. You know, we got some pretty significant wherewithal available to us here in this reality if we'll just take a listen to it and apply it once in a while. Each human being is significantly powerful in this reality, even little old you and me too. We've all got it going on. Somewhere inside it's happening. We got the magic, the creative magic, the life that lives in everything. And when we can tune into that, tap into that, drive into that, make it a part of our conscious heart, and see it as the very center of everything. It's the mother love, babies. It's the stuff that creates, that brings the Father to her, and through a process that we would describe as lovemaking, but is nothing like what we know it as. Merging of energies brings forth happiness, great creation. There's your Big Bang for you. It's back there in our history sometime. But it's just when Mama and Papa get together and share their love in this wealthy sort of way. That's essentially what creation is all along. And these things we practice here as human beings, but a shadow of our true creative essence. And you know how powerful those moments can be. Sometimes you get swept away. Scares the living daylights out of you because there's some power there. That's why, those that would hold you back and keep you restricted and unknowing of your power have long since regulated that area of your life. There's shit called morality and codes and practices and celibacy and things like that. They don't want you to even have a hint or a suggestion of what your true potential may be. And they know in those places it does exist. And there are moments of it. Just like in meditation. Communication with the heart, as I call it. When you're tuning into that one heart, that great act of love that brings forth everything. Well, it's in you, it's in me too, it's in all of us. That's the magnificent wealth we're here to share with you today. This is the being that you are, the presence that you want to most practice here, is that which is in charge of creation, but does it from such a loving place, a soft mother place. This is the divine feminine. She's creative. She is so in love with life. She can't help but bring it forward. And if you think she cares any less for one little element of this life than she does another, you're sadly mistaken. Her love is in all because it's created in her eternal womb, more or less. That's what we're here to experience as human beings, a recombining of the organic with that which is divine. For some reason, in this paradigm, this little movie we live in, we felt quite separate from it for a good long time. But now, even in these wintry months, remind yourself to get out in nature, breathe a little fresh air, soak up a little sunshine when it's available to you. Give yourself as much of nature's treasures as you can. If there's hot springs in your area, natural ones, use them. You know, if there's other gifts in your area, special places where you can go and be in the sun, things like this. Exposing yourself to sunlight, especially your finer parts, is critical. It's a part of the transformation. And it's not just vitamin D, it's vitamin love that's coming through the sun. That's the mother's sun. She separated it from her heart a long time ago. It's mythology, but it's truth. Long time ago, mother and son were one. And sky too was all joined. And we, as a part of that intelligence, decided that it would be good to experience creation as a separated thing. And that's what we've done for 1 billion years now. The sun is shown in the sky, and that represents the masculine, and here's Mother Earth representing the feminine or the divine organic, that which creates, takes material from inside of its heart and projected into the form of a living being, whether that presence be a plant, an apple, a tree, a person, a human person, a dog person, cat person, bird person. And because she is so divinely in love with all of creation, there's elements of creation, of all of creation in every one of us, and all of creation in our hearts. And we have the opportunity before us now to experience that divine moment where Mother's love feels it all. The raft of our experience over the last 1 billion years. All of it in a singular moment. If you're feeling any agony, it's a precursor to ecstasy. If there's pain inside, know that you're about to release it in the most harmonious sort of way. For the eternal and divine harmony which plays within your heart is revealing itself to you a little bit at a time. And yes, some of you feel like the prop's been knocked out from under you, because everything you think, feel, do, and say is being challenged in some way. Well, perhaps if there's a question, there's an answer too. Perhaps it's time to slow down, stop, take a look in the mirror. I propose an International Day of Mourning, where each of us can go there and see the divine grief we've created in our heart and release it all at once together, because we know it's time to experience the loving side of things now, that we've created enough agony for our hearts, and it's time to see through our illusions of separation, especially from those that we think are dead and gone from us. Doesn't this agony, this grief tell you something? It's like a knock on the door. They're right next to you. They're living here with you. It's a dimensional fold. And your eyes have the ability to see through that which we have felt so separate from for a long, long time. Join hearts, join hands. Let's come together in one spectacular moment. No matter what that moment might be for you, I'm not giving it a day and a date. I just know we'll do this together. That one moment you're going to feel that divine agony, and you're going to go down into it, and you're going to feel blessed instead of fighting it. You let go of the fight. All of it. Every judgment you ever held on anything you feel that you must resist. It doesn't mean accept it. It just means stop fighting it. Let go of the fight. That is what's killing you. There were times, yes, when that was also the nobler side of yourself, and it's been very meritorious and it's done some beautiful things, and it should continue to do that, as should we all. But there's a time to soften up, to let it go, to be through with the fight, to see that most of it is a waste of your time and energy, and that truthfully, it only increases the agony. The more you fight it, the worse it gets. Then it becomes cancer or bad heart or, bad liver, whatever, It'll take you down if you let it. And that's an honorable and noble thing, too. There's nothing wrong with that. But how about let's not be taken down again? How about let's love ourselves enough to experience and endure that agonizing moment together as a species and a species. For we are all the same. If you're human, you're a part of it. If you're non-human, you're a part of it. If you're a plant, a tree, an animal, a bird, any form of life, a stone, you're a part of it. A statue. We're all in it together. And we all speak to one another's hearts. And this is all about learning the language of love, which goes on at a subdural level, or what we would consider subdural, under the surface, quietly. So one has to quiet down a bit to speak, to hear in this way. That's why I'm an advocate of getting out in nature. Get in those quiet places where your mind can slow down and your heart can catch up, and peace can be you, and you can be peaceful too. That's all there is to be in this divine paradigm we call life. The love that allows it to be. It has peace about it all, and because it finds that peace, brings that peace to every moment that we live. When we finally let go of our idea of suffering and really punishing ourselves for things we never should have held against ourselves. Misperceptions everywhere. And you're surrounded and filled by them still. Disinfo all over the place. But in your heart, you know what's pure. You know they're here, this family of great love that's a part of our life just as much as anything else is. Brothers and sisters from beyond the stars. The thing we felt most separate from forever and ever. The family. Yeah. And there's a lot of hocus pocus and monkey punky going on trying to dissuade you from seeing that. And to seeing instead some enemy aliens there. They're going to invade and attack us and take us over. Hell, that happened so long ago. You've forgotten about it. And you got the aliens working through you all the dang time. What do you think the ego is, man? Doesn't that feel foreign and alien? Well, then you're trying to kill it. Don't kill it. That's what I'm talking about. Give up the fight. Let go of the fight with the ego especially. If you handle it with gentle and kind hands, that doesn't mean empower it, but it needs its expressions, and you got to give it to it. It's a spoiled little child, and rightfully so. And all you got to do now is use this mother's love inside of your divine heart to rehabilitate it, and you do that a speck at a time, step at a time. I'm doing it myself. I know how this process goes. Ego thing can be quite out of hand. That's your invader. It's an intelligence that works through you. It's not something that's truthfully invaded. This is deception. That's where they trick you. They get you trying to kill off your ego. You're trying to kill off half yourself. A self that's been taken over by an intelligence that works from outside of you and attempts to influence you constantly. That's your planetary invasion. That's your occupants. that have been here for what seems like forever. These are the ones that brought us the sense of death and separation. These are the ones we brought out of isolation to bring back to the heart, because they'd gone so far into the dark they didn't even know they had a heart left. You know what I mean? Well, we've proven it to them again and again, gone through it all. It's a part of our natural progression. It's who we be. It's what we are, babies. You want a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Live from your heart. Care enough to give a shit, to see that you are a part of all of this life that we're putting back together again. Let it happen. It's coming. It's here. It's you. It's now. It's history. Release the pain, the angst, the nervous tension. Let it all go. Transform it by seeing the love within every bit of it. Every bit of our experience, every bit of our life, every little part of ourselves, physical or otherwise. That's the divine in motion. That's the mother love and father heart joined in a singular heart in the center of your chest, baby. You want to keep this world rocking? Lighten up enough to feel that. And babies, if you feel like dancing and partying and playing around at times, empower it. That doesn't mean get degradation going on. That means integration. That means get out there and enjoy yourself. Let yourself be free enough to move your body in tune with the music that you hear in your divine little heart. Let it go. Dance. Be. Loosen up. Lighten up. Enjoy. See the humor. It's a laughable thing. All of it. I mean, yep, we're looking at it real seriously now because we're in a little bit of pain, but we're just about done with that, babies. One more little moment in time, and it's over. And then you'll have a reason to party, so I suggest you get out and practice now, so you'll be looking good there when we're partying down on the dance floor alive. This rock and roll medicine show, babies. I love it. And I love you too. And I know we're going to make it this time. Because, babies, there ain't nothing in our way. Nothing can stop us now. Not a God-blessed thing. I love you guys. Keep rocking. Rock and roll always soothes your soul. And mine too.